ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Amajal Knowles with your ZNS Total Sports. Well, this Sunday will mark the kickoff of the 2019 Bahamas Flag Football League playoffs, and some serious bragging rights are on the line. On the ladies' side, the Paradise Game Wildcats are the pennant winners, and despite that feat, they enter the playoffs with a chip on their shoulder.
We did this before. We've been to the championship game the last 3 years. So, we know when it's time to focus, when it's time to, get busy. So right now we're just trying to work on our mental sharpness and execution going into the playoffs. I mean, being the champions that we are, that we have an automatic chip on our shoulders. We went into a trap game Sunday. Credit to the Avengers squad. They beat us fair and square. But that's neither here nor there. It's time for the playoffs. It's 0-0, and we're ready to go.
Well, obviously, it's been hard work throughout the season. It's been practicing 3 times through the week. It's just learning each other, knowing each other's weaknesses and strengths, and just being able to trust each other on the field. Losses, but for this one loss, it just has us driven. We're ready to go forward. We're ready to win, obviously, the final championship. And I don't think that there's anything except ourselves that's able to hold us back. Well, we do have chemistry on and off the field. Our team is a bit like a family. That's the best way to put it to you. We do have some players that are like mothers on the field. You do have some players that are like sisters on the field. And we do have some players that are almost like a business owner on the field. So pretty much our chemistry is pretty good for the most part. And I will be honest, I am very confident in exactly what the Wildcats can do.
Possible work stoppage for officials working in the local government high school sports league, as they claim they have not been paid for nearly 2 years. Our ZNS Total Sports team caught up with one official who expounded on the issue.
Having some serious problems with getting a stipend. This includes all sports with basketball and even soccer. Soccer hasn't been paid for almost 2 years. And we've been pressed on our president, which is Pharrell Davis, and she has been working hard for all the officials for the high school sports to get a stipend. Last month, the Minister of Education, Jeff Lloyd, had stated that we were to get paid end of June, which doesn't happen. So right now, all officials will be actually making a motion that when it comes to the school new year, that we will stand our ground and actually stand for what's right. We won't actually be refereeing no games until they listen to us as officials. We know that the ministry has been working tremendously, but right now it's been a poor effort. It's been going on not just this year, but it's been going on for a couple of years. And we're looking for a start. Some of us officials been refereeing over 10 years with the same stipend, so we are looking at pay raise also.
We actually reported on the conclusion of the BLTA's Junior Tennis Nationals, but today we talk about the foundation that sponsored the event, the Byron Ferguson Foundation, organized by the Ferguson family as a way to honor its namesake and keep the memory of a former great young tennis player turned pilot alive.
The foundation basically obviously came about as a result of what transpired concerning my brother. And so we wanted to find a way to memorialize his name and ensure that his name never dies. And so we've created a foundation and we've begun to, put on certain events and initiatives in his honor. Well, the foundation, through my family, gonna have a Facebook presence, and his wife, Anya Ferguson, my parents, Roscoe and Agnes, we're gonna produce and publish all of the contact information very shortly. And so Byron was well known, well respected, wore many hats, very talented, and so we know that there's a number of people who they're behind us and asking to contribute, and we're going to publish all that information very shortly.
2 young tennis prodigies that shared Byron's last name also doing their part to keep his name alive. His daughter Sophia would finish first runner-up in her division, and his niece Brianne would be the top finisher in that same division.
I'm kind of disappointed, but then I'm happy at the same time.
Are you disappointed?
because I wanted to win, but I did try my hardest. So.
I feel good. I feel like I worked hard for this. Well, with hard work, I kept going, even though I was really tired because the sun was really hot. I kept going and I kept fighting for every point.
The Royal Bahamas Defense Force holding a fun run walk in honor of its Health Month, and they want to see if you Bahamians out there are fit for the challenge.
We're doing a 6-mile run for all the runners. It will start at the eastern parking lot of Goodman's Bay and go all the way to Sandyport Bridge, the foot of Sandyport Bridge, then you turn around and come right back, and we'll end at the western part. And then the walkers will start from the same position and then head up to Starbucks roundabout and come back and end at the western parking lot. All this will be explained the morning of the run. All the safety briefs and etc. will be explained.
Okay. With an emphasis being placed on health, why do you think an event like this, these fun run walks and physical activities are important for persons?
It's very important, not just from a military standpoint, but from a national standpoint, where we are challenged with different health concerns. And so what happened this fitness month, we brought those things into play where we would expose the average Marine who wouldn't normally be exposed to different fitness activities and different guest speakers.
In swimming news, well, the Bahamas has made great strides in the pools over recent years, producing some stellar athletes. For the head coach at the Florida State University, he's offering some big praise to one of our own who is now a Seminole, as well as some upcoming prospects.
You know, he had a great year for us. I would say Isaac has everything it takes, and I don't use that loosely. He's talented, he has speed, but he has work ethic, he tries hard, and he's just a pleasure to be around. So honestly, I got big plans for him and his future, and hopefully for you guys as country too, because I think he has everything he needs to be really great. You know, obviously with people like Joanna Evans and people like that here, they've always got superstars. You know, I can see that there's talent in the younger kids too, and so I'm always kind of keeping an eye out in case anybody wants to get a scholarship and come swim at Florida State. So there's plenty of talent. I just think hopefully they can follow in the footsteps of like the Joanna Evans and the Isaacs and really put in the hard work, because I think that's what it takes to get to the next level.
And that's been a look at sports. A quick check on weather is up next.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.